Hello everyone. NCERT Solutions of Class 10 Chapter Reproduction. Question number 1. What is the importance of DNA copying in reproduction? First of all, you must know what is the full form of DNA. DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid. It is the genetic material that is present in the cells of all organisms, so it carries genetic information. DNA copying is a must for inherited traits from parents because the genetic information goes from one generation to other. Now, how does it help? It helps in producing organisms of their own kinds. Variations in DNA copying will give rise to origin of new species. In this way, it also helps in the process of evolution. Hence, the basic event of reproduction is DNA copying. Now, question number 2 is, why is the variation beneficial to the species but not necessarily for the individual? When we talk about variation, definitely it is beneficial to the species than individuals. Why? Because due to environmental changes or unfavorable conditions, it is difficult for species to survive. For example, if the temperature of the water body increases, there might be certain species of microorganisms like bacteria which may not survive. Now, this may result in disturbance in the environment, in the ecosystem. The balance of the ecosystem is disturbed. So, in this way, a variation is beneficial to species and not for the individuals. Now, page number 128, question number 1. How does binary fission differ from multiple fission? Now, here you have to tell the difference between binary fission and multiple fission. As we know, binary fission means splitting or dividing into two parts. So, in this type of reproduction, the amoeba organism, the single-celled organism divides into two equal daughter cells. Whereas in multiple fission, as the name indicates, the cell divides into many daughter cells at the same time. Here we will discuss the example of Plasmodium. Plasmodium is the malarial parasite, okay? And it reproduces by the process of multiple fission. At the same time, it produces a number of daughter cells. Now, question number 2 of page number 128 is, how will an organism be benefited if it reproduces through spores? Now, what is the advantage of reproducing through spores? Number 1 is the number of spores produced means the number of reproducing cells produced in one sporangium. So, sporangium is the reproductive organ of Rhizopus, okay, would be large. It means we are getting a number of reproducing cells here. Now, second advantage is, in order to avoid competition at one place, spores can be distributed to far away places with the help of air. So here, competition is avoided. It means there is healthy growth of the new Rhizopus if spores are distributed to far away places. Third benefit is, spores are covered by thick walls. As you know, they prevent them from unfavorable conditions. When spores will get favorable conditions, moisture, they reproduce, okay? Now, question number 3 is, can you think of reasons why more complex organisms cannot give rise to new individuals through regeneration? Now, we have studied in this chapter that Planaria, a simple multicellular organism, can reproduce through regeneration. But when we talk about more complex organisms, we know they have different organ systems. So these organ systems are interconnected and coordinated with each other. Only a few parts of such more complex organisms can regenerate, like our skin, muscles, tail of lizard, as you know. So that is why more complex organisms cannot give rise to new individuals through regeneration. Now in question number 4, you have to tell why is vegetative propagation practiced for growing some type of plants. Now some type of plants, which type of plants? Which are not able to germinate through seeds. Okay, seedless plants. We get good variety of plants. Okay, then it is a cheap, easier and rapid method to grow crops as flowering and fruits come earlier. So in a short period of time we are getting new crops. This is very important benefit of vegetative propagation. The seedless plants like banana, pineapple, oranges, grapes, which have lost the ability to produce seeds, they can be produced by using this vegetative propagation. Where seed germination fails, vegetative propagation can be used. In question number 5, you have to tell why is DNA copying an essential part of the process of reproduction. As we know, it is the basic event of reproduction. We can't imagine reproduction without DNA copying, okay? So there are some points. Number 1, genetic information present in DNA is carried by the next generation from the parents, because this is inherited from the parents. So heredity comes here just because of DNA copying. Second point is DNA copying takes place resulting in 2 copies of DNA in parents. 1 copy is transferred to the next generation. So if in sexual reproduction 2 parents are involved, then it is very much clear that 2 copies are transferred to the new offsprings. So balance is maintained in generations to generation. Now page number 140, question number 1, how is the process of pollination is different from fertilization? So what do you mean by pollination? Pollination is simple transfer of pollen from anther to stigma. Okay, and it is done by air, water, insects. Whereas fertilization takes place in ovule part of the plant. Now what is fertilization? It is the fusion of male and female gametes or male and female germ cells. Now in fertilization there is formation of zygote, ovule converts into seed and ovary turns into fruit. Next is question number 2, what is the role of seminal vesicles and the prostate gland? Now seminal vesicles and prostate glands secrete some secretions which help in lubrication of sperms, moisturizing of sperms. And they provide a fluid medium for easy transportation of sperms. Okay, sperms can easily transported in this medium. There is no difficulty. Hence these secretions provide nutrients in the form of fructose, calcium and some enzymes. Question number 3, what are the changes seen in girls at the time of puberty? What is puberty? It is a period when other body growth slows down, but the reproductive tissue, they grow at fast rate. First point is hair growth, where in the body areas like armpits, face, hands, legs and back areas. Similarly, growth of hairs appears in genital area, private parts. Now the size of uterus, breast and ovary increases. And the upper tips of breast, the darkening of nipples occurs. Beginning of menstrual cycle, appearance of pimples as the oil secretion is more from the skin. These are the changes seen in girls at the time of puberty. Question number 4 is, how does the embryo get nourishment inside the mother's body? Now here we are talking about after fertilization. Okay, fertilization took place earlier. Now the lining of uterus thickens. This is very important. Listen carefully. The lining of uterus thickens as the blood flow is good as to nourish the growing embryo. Special type of tissue is present over there that is known as placenta. What is the function of placenta? It gives nourishment to the embryo from the mother's tissue. Placenta has villi on the embryo side and blood space on the mother side. This helps in providing space, providing a large area between the mother and the embryo, and also for the waste removal. Now question number 5 is, if a woman is using a copper T contraceptive method, that is copper T, will it help in protecting her from sexually transmitted diseases? No, not at all. Why? Listen carefully. Using copper T cannot stop the contact of body fluids. Infection can be occur through body fluids. Okay? It can be occur through body fluids. Therefore, it cannot protect her from getting sexually transmitted diseases. Now, page number 141. Exercises are there. Question number 1. A sexual reproduction takes place through budding. In which organism? Yes, it is yeast. Question number 2. Which of the following is not a part of the female reproductive system in human beings? Yes, the right answer is C, vas deferens. Question number 3 is the anther contains, yes, pollen grains is the right answer, D part. Question number 4, what are the advantages of sexual reproduction over asexual reproduction? Now you have to write down the advantages of sexual reproduction. As we know, there is very less variation in asexual reproduction and variations are more in sexual reproduction. So the survival of the species is more as there are more variation in sexual reproduction. The offsprings can easily adapt to environmental changes. They manage to survive according to the environment. The young ones have the characters of both the parents in sexual parent reproduction because two parents are involved there and they have 50% contribution in the process of reproduction. So these are the advantages of sexual reproduction over the asexual reproduction. In question number 5, what are the functions performed by the testis in human beings? Now testis is the male reproductive organ. The production of sperms takes place here, production of male hormone androgen, then production of testosterone. Now what is the function of testosterone? It is responsible for secondary sexual characters in boys. For example, growth of hair on their face, under armpits, cracking of voice, enlargement of sexual organs like penis. All these changes take place just because of the production of hormone testosterone. Question number 6 is, why does menstruation occurs? Now in girls, in females, it is a normal bleeding. From where this bleeding starts? From the vaginal line. And at what time between puberty and last till menopause? This is the duration of menstruation. Now during this period, the body repairs itself for pregnancy. From one of the ovary, an egg is released every month. At the same time, the uterus prepares itself for fertilized egg. What does it mean? From one of the ovary, an egg is released every month. Only one egg is going to released from one ovary every month. At the same time, the uterus prepares itself for fertilized eggs. The inner lining of the uterus gets thickened and is supplied with sufficient amount of blood for the embryo. But now listen here, the fertilization of egg does not take place. If the fertilization of the egg does not take place, if there is no interaction between egg and sperms. So when the egg does not get fertilized, the uterus lining breaks down and we have the normal bleeding of the vaginal line, and in this way maturation occurs. Now in question number 7, draw a labeled diagram of longitudinal section of flower. Now look here the parts. In the center, carpel is there, pistil is there, female reproductive organ, 3-part stigma, topmost style which supports the stigma, and ovaries there which consist of ovules, and ovules have female germ cells or female gametes. Now the stamen part, male reproductive organ of flower, it consists of 2 parts only, anther and filament. Pollen grains are present inside the anther and they consist of male germ cell or male gamete. Sepals are here to support the flower, and colored petals, scented petals are there. They are just to attract the insects for the purpose of pollination. So this is your diagram. Next, question number 8, what are the different methods of contraception? Barrier method, natural method, oral contraceptives, surgical method, implant method. Now listen carefully, what is barrier method? Main is the meeting of sperms and ovum is avoided by using a barrier. This barrier may be in the form of cervical cap and contraceptive in females, condoms both in females and males. Natural method is what? The main focus is just to avoid the meeting of sperms and ovum by self-control or any other method. It is just to avoid the meeting of sperms and ovum and nothing else. This is the natural method. Oral contraceptives are, pills are taken orally. These pills now contain some portion of hormones which block the egg so that fertilization does not take place. Okay. Now surgical method, as the name indicate, surgery is there. The fallopian tube of the females are blocked in and vas deferens is blocked in men. So there is no release of egg, there is no release of sperm, there is no meeting of sperm and ova. Now implant method. Implant method, as the name indicates, copper T is implanted or a loop can be used to block the meeting of sperms and ovum. Now question number 9, how are the modes of reproduction different in unicellular and multicellular organisms? Now modes of reproduction in unicellular organism, as you know, binary fission, multiple fission, budding, where the single body divides into 2 equal daughter cells. Whereas in multicellular organism, different modes of reproduction are vegetative propagation, spore formation, fragmentation, regeneration. And in more complex organisms like human beings and animals, what we have? We have sexual reproduction where 2 parents are involved to give birth to the new young one or offsprings of their own kind. So these are the modes of reproduction different in unicellular and multicellular organisms. Now question number 10, second last question. How does reproduction helps in providing stability to populations of species? Yes, this is very important question. How does reproduction, it helps in providing stability to what? To populations of species. For example, we are Homo sapiens. Okay? Homo sapien exists just because of pre-existing ones. Our population is maintained, and because of reproduction, it is surety of the continuity of species. This brings stability. Okay, this phenomena of reproduction brings stability. How? It is maintained by making a record of check of birth and death rate. It means to check the population, increase in population. In question number 11, what could be the reasons for adopting contraceptive methods? Now here, why there is need? Why we adopt contraceptive methods? The foremost reason is to control the population. Then to avoid unplanned pregnancy. If we are not ready, if there is no planning of pregnancy, to avoid this, we adopt contraceptive methods. Then to avoid transfer of sexually transmitted diseases like AIDS. Okay? Because by using contraceptive methods, we can avoid such diseases which are transmitted sexually. For better health of women. Because a lot of cases of pregnancies need a lot of energy. So, for better health of women, we can adopt contraceptive methods. So, this is your chapter. These are the NCERT solutions of your reproduction chapter. Next, we'll meet again. Till then, goodbye. Have a nice day.